All right, guys, this is Emmett Stallworth again, the Alpha Builder, and today I want to talk about a little about foundation drainage, or the foundation drain tile is what we call it. And guys, I'll be honest with you, one of the biggest things that you need to do is you need to make sure water is moving away from that structure. Hey, let's get into it. Okay, so let's get into this right here. I'm gonna pull this screen up, guys. So this right here, let me just see if I can find my commentation screen here. This right here is this is a house that we're doing. Now, this house is on a basement, so you can see right here, guys. If you can see, this is my waterproofing, where they spray that on. Really, it needs to just be damp proofing, because you really can never really waterproof anything, because concrete is actually porous and something can happen and water can seep through, and you got to fix the other side with hydraulic concrete. But this is the foundation basement walls here. This is the slab. But right here at the bottom right here, guys, right here, this is a solid pipe. It flexes, you can bend it and all of those, but it's a solid pipe. But let's look at how it actually looks. So this is me. Let me just kind of go back here and find, actually, I'm sorry. I need to go back to my, I need to go back to my other screen. Give me just a second, guys. So if I go back to this guy, that one, this guy. Yeah, this is the guy I want. I'm sorry. So we need to go back here, and I need to show you how this thing right here looks, guys. So when the guys, I'm gonna tell you, when you building a house, guys, you need to take plenty of pictures. You just don't know when somebody's gonna come in and they're gonna start throwing lawsuits around, and and you got attorneys and stuff like that. You just don't know. So it's better to make sure, and I should have made this thing bigger. Let me just see if I can make it bigger. There we go. It is what it is. But it's good. I got this right here is a company that I use, and they help me keep up with all my pictures. So, at the beginning of it, I can come here and take pictures of the walls, so we can see what's going on behind these walls. And if you look right here, this is, we know we're gonna put, when we waterproof this right here wall, we're gonna let that water run down into this little tube that we have here, and I'll show it to you in just a second. But that tube is gonna go here, and once it gets here, we just gotta run it through this sleeve in this wall right here. I don't know if you guys can see that sleeve there. Try to make it big. So this right here, little hole right here is where we wanna run it through. So we're gonna run it through there. And then once we run it through there, as you can kind of see, let me see if I can find a picture of it. This is the back side, and we're gonna see this side in just a second, because I actually took this right here under the slab, well, under the driveway. So that goes under the driveway, and but this right here is a solid pipe, so it doesn't have any holes in it. But this right here, if you go right here, this is the pipe that I'm talking about right here. So this, if you look down here, this right here is where the water in the ground. So you have groundwater that comes down, and this water soaks through the ground. It goes all the way down through this right here thing right here, which has like a sock on it to not allow dirt to get in here and get trapped in here. But it only allows water to get in here. And that water, once that foundation water from the foundation gets in here, it drains to daylight, which is what you want to see happen. Okay, let me see if I can get this right here smaller. Let's see if I can have another picture. And this is another angle right here. But now this thing goes around the front of the house, goes all around the front. And this is what if you cut this stuff open and look at it, this is the sock that's on it. It looks like this right here turned vertically. So if you look at this right here, and the water you know, if this right here is turned vertical, the water's wicking through all this right here, and it gets all the way down, and then it comes on out. So that's what you want to happen, guys. And I'm gonna tell you something. What you want to do, I can't get this thing smaller. There we go. What you want to do is once you get this going, and once you get this in, you get this whole house backfill, then you want to see if it's actually working. So this is the one that's on the back. So the water's going to come down. Notice all this right here is waterproof. Now, the reason that we have this foam right here on here is so that when we backfill, if we have any rocks and stuff in that backfill, that rock does not break this black membrane. So that's why we put this here. We also have a brick ledge up here too, guys. But you want to make sure that rocks and boulders or things like that don't bust this membrane up that we have. So which is why you put that foam. This is not a foam for... it may serve as some kind of insulation, but that's not the purpose of it. But it comes here, and then right here, it transitions to a solid pipe. You can see that. It transitions to a solid pipe here. So let me kind of go back here. Jeez. Okay. And let me see if I have any more pictures here. You can see another angle of it right here. Comes in, you know, this is the little, it's kind of shaped like it's kind of shaped flat, and it's flat up against the wall, but it has an opening right here, and it drains right here into this solid pipe. Now, this system does not need, typically, guys, when you have a drain tile, you need that 57 gravel wrapped all the way around the perforated pipe. Well, you don't need that here, because this is like a sockle here. It doesn't allow rocks and stuff to get in there. Which is just one more step that you don't have to do. You don't have to have somebody dropping off a couple of loads of gravel. Okay, so you can get out of that on this. Let me just see if I have another angle of it. And this is the one that's coming out. We're gonna look at this right here in just a second. This is a solid pipe coming out of that wall. So all that foundation water is getting out of there. And you want, like I said, guys, you want to check these things out. Let's see which side we at on here. You want to check these things out when it rains, just to make sure it's actually working. And so I'm going to go to another screen here, guys. Let me see. I think I got one more screen here. Oh man, I knew I'd lose that screen. There we go, right here. All right, so this thing actually working here. Let me just go back here. This is the solid pipe. This is a good sign right here. This is what you want to see. So this right here is a solid pipe. This pipe right here goes under this slab. It's solid now. It goes all around here. And it goes right up in here, and it goes around the foundation. Now, the ones around the foundation have holes in it. So the water from the ground of the foundation, all this water is coming from right here. It's getting soaked in through the ground and going down, and it's going through the perforated pipe, and then it's going into the solid pipe, which means that we're removing all that groundwater right here. That is a good sign. And look, guys, it rained a little bit, got wet here. This is what you want to see. And guys, these are some, these are documentations, man, that you want to make sure you keep, and you keep it in a file with this particular house, guys. So foundation drainage is critical, man. You got to get that water away from that foundation, whether you graded the house to get it away, or whether you have these mechanisms in the drain tile removing that water. This is what you want to see. This is how it works. When I first built my first house, the guy that was teaching me how to build, the only thing he was talking about was water. He wasn't talking about the foundation. He wasn't talking about framing and none of that stuff. I mean, before we even moved dirt, he was telling me, well, this is where the water needs to go, and we got to run the water around here. Guys, the whole purpose of a house is to move that water. That's the whole purpose. And so, and guys, keep documentations, man. You never know when you're going to have to pull this information out, which is why I have a couple of programs that I just store all this information. I don't care if you got a couple of terabytes of hard drive memory space to keep this stuff. on file, because you never know. You might get litigated or something like that. Or you might have a home inspector or something that does an inspection, which that's another thing I do, guys. I really, really like when people get home inspectors and stuff. That just helped me out, especially before you finish your house. I think it's a good idea to get a home inspector before you even finish your house. Hire your own one. Have somebody else to hire them. That way they're not connected with you. Because they're going to go in, they're going to find things wrong. You can't build a perfect house. You're going to find things wrong. But while all your people are out there, you can go ahead and get that stuff done. And that's the name of the game. All right, guys, like, share, subscribe. Foundation drainage is the way. You guys have a good one.